Hey guys, it's me, TMD's Hype here on the main channel, and today we're here with the most helpful video you will find for the Infinite Warfare Diamond Grind. Now this might be split over two videos, it depends on how much we're going to get into this one, 10 minutes, which I think will not be enough. It might even have to go into 3. Because I'm going to show you how to do the Howitzer in the most descriptive way I possibly can. Because it is a hell of a gun to get gold. Now, I'm not using the Howitzer in this gameplay like every other gameplay I'd be using the gun that I'm showing how to get gold in the gameplay. I'm not using the Howitzer because I cannot stand it. I refuse to use it ever again. So, I'm using the VPR because I've got a couple more comments with it, I need to with it, and I nearly get it gold, and this gameplay is a hell of a good one. So make sure you keep your eye out for that. Anyway, so we'll start off with the class setup and variants. Well, if you played Infinite Warfare, you'll know you cannot get any variants to the Howitzer. So you only use the stock one. And so what do I use? What do I recommend for the class? Having any primary weapon on, and having quick draw in it. This is because you can aim off sights faster with the primary weapon, and also in the Howitzer you only get 3 shots. So that means, basically, once you run out of bullets, you're not going to have another weapon unless you use the Synaptics rewind ability, which you're going to want to use the whole way through doing this process. But I always have it on just so I can do some challenges. So any guns that I don't have the 200 kills done with yet, I was doing them so I can get them 200 kills and get them challenges out the way while I was doing this Howitzer. So it's more efficient way of doing it. Also, you can revive your KD by using this normal gun after if your Howitzer gets destroyed. Obviously, secondary being the Howitzer, perks, Ghost, and Blind Eye. Blind Eye so if there's any aerial shoots you should go outside and still kill people. Ghost so you're off the radar. Hardline and Scavenger. Scavenger so you can regen ammo for your primary weapon, but if you don't want to do that, you could take off Scavenger. Keep on Hardline so you can get extra score per kill. And you want Hardwired on your perk 3, so you can basically counter pretty much everything in the game. As I was saying, you could take off Scavenger and put it on for something like that, Dead Silence, Cold Blooded, just anything different. Or you could just put another attachment on your primary, put Tactical and Lethal, but this is the class I used. So, that took us 2 minutes, but we're going into detail for this. So the first challenge is to get 200 kills with this weapon. Well, the first 200 kills is when you have to get over the learning curve for this weapon. This weapon is basically a very difficult weapon to use, and these 200 kills will teach you how to use this in the best possible way. Now, make sure you're always using this weapon. When you spawn in, you're switching to a Howitzer, so it's the first thing you use. You use the 3 bullets in it before you use anything else. You die, you switch instantly to the Howitzer, so you can use this weapon and get the kills without having to remember it. It's just something you begin to do instinctively, and then you don't have to think about it as often. Also, make sure you are actually shooting at an enemy. Don't shoot accidentally with a Howitzer because that's going to put you down very much. Be as accurate as possible, honestly, because I know I say this with pretty much everything, but you really need to be accurate with this weapon. You got 3 shots. The Howitzer is incredibly weak. It's got a blast radius of only 5 meters, so you have to be incredibly accurate when you kill this one. You primarily want to get these direct impacts where you hit them and it just kills them with the hit of the grenade or the explosion. Try not to be too long range, or else this will be counteracted by one of the challenges later on. But right now you don't want to be as long range as possible. You want to be quite close so you can get these kills, but make sure you're at a decent distance, like about 10 to 20 meters away, so when you shoot the Howitzer and it lands, it will explode, and so you can get the kill. And yeah, to regenerate ammo you have to use the Synaptics rewind ability. There is no other way. Now, after this we get the tier challenge, which is 160 direct impact kills. This is 160 kills when you kill the enemy by hitting them with the Howitzer bullet, or it explodes on them. What do I recommend? Play Tactical TDM. I'm playing it in this game just so I'm close to a bit closer to what the actual challenge recommendations are. So play Tactical TDM because people just aren't moving as much as they are in core because they don't have the ability to boost jump. So just be precise whilst aiming for your enemies. Make sure you are making sure your hipfire reticle is on your enemy. Otherwise, oh my god. Otherwise, you're just gonna miss. You need to get these direct impacts it's very hard because there's 160 of them, and you'll more than likely miss because a person is a very small target. Now, if someone's standing still, make sure you're taking advantage of that. Make sure you are aiming at this person and getting the kill on them, because the more you get in the easiest possible ways, the easier it's going to be to get the challenge done quickly. So after this, once you get 20 of these, you have to get 2 rapid kills 5 times. Now, you can run around, but you have to be accurate, so you don't run out of ammo, because you need to get 2 kills with 3 shots. Or 6 shots, depending on if you have rewind available. You can go into places where people usually camp, where you think there's going to be 2 or more people. So I'm on terminal, so people could be camping at the little cafe area, at this long range area facing the terminal, because I know people are going to camp there, and maybe there's going to be more than one there, or I can get this one kill and turn around and just get the other kill as easy as possible. Now you saw there was like 3 people there, and that wouldn't be hard for me if I was using the Howitzer just to spam it and get 2 kills. The Howitzer can get 2 kills with 1 bullet, but the enemies have to be extremely close, within 5 meters of each other. So when it explodes, it can kill them both. But if I had to give you a tip, is don't concentrate on this challenge too much. Make sure you concentrate more on the direct impacts, because while you're doing these direct impacts, you'll just get these double kills. You won't even be thinking about it. You'll just be getting them, and you'll do the challenge completely accidentally. I know that's how I did it. I was there like, I'm just going to concentrate on doing these direct impacts because they're the most hardest challenge to do. One of the hardest challenges to do, because there's so much content you've got to do for them. And they just came and they just did it anyway, without me having to think about it way too much. After this is, get 50 kills while you have no primary weapon. So, take off your primary weapon basically. Get kills with the Howitzer only. And yes, I just died on a 25 kill streak to the ballistic EM3, and I sat there and I was like, why? Oh my god, I genuinely thought I was going to get a Juggernaut medal, but I didn't. But that is less than necessary at the minute. We're going about the Howitzer. So, what I definitely recommend, even if you've not been using it for the others, use Synaptic's Rewind ability, because you got to get 50 kills, and if you've only got 3 shots, that's 3 shots a life. So use Synaptic's Rewind ability so you can get your ammo back. Obviously, if you run out of ammo and you don't have your Rewind ability anywhere close to being used, or regenerating, pick up a weapon off the ground so you can revive your kill-death ratio and get as many kills with that as possible. Now, obviously, I'm not really sure if it counts towards getting the kills without a primary weapon, or if you pick a primary weapon up and you get 3 kills with Howitzer then. So I just wouldn't chance it. Yeah. So after this is destroy 15 score streaks with the Howitzer. So if you have on Scavenger, take off Scavenger and put on Engineer. It's unlocked at level 25, so you should have it unlocked by the time you unlock Scavenger anyway. So this allows you to see score streaks. They'll be highlighted red through wars and everything. Now, what I recommend is the best score streaks to kill, so make sure you're using headset or you're listening to these calls, because you want to be able to kill a Scarab. But the thing with the Scarab is that it moves, so you need to be at a decent distance so that when you shoot your Howitzer, it's in the radius so it explodes and catches the Scarab in there, so you can get that. You can get a Vulture, but it has to be very, very close to the wall. Otherwise, it's going to hit the... otherwise, it's going to be impossible to hit the Vulture otherwise, because it's a tiny target just in the middle of nowhere. Shock sentries. But make sure you're far away so the Howitzer bullet explodes. That's why we have Blind Eye, because Blind Eye doesn't detect. Means you aren't detected by shock sentries. It counteracts them. So does Hardwired. So it all works in hand. But yeah, make sure you're shooting at the Howitzer, the shock sentry. It's about 3 to 6 shots, depending on if your bullet explodes or not, and how much damage your enemy, your teammate has done to it. And finally, the Warden, when it comes down, because it will come into the map and then it will lower down. When it's at its lowest possible way, make sure you are shooting your Howitzer at it. It will take, it's a very big target, so it's not hard to miss, but it's going to take 3 to 6 shots, depending on how much damage your teammates have done to it. The Warden is a very powerful score streak, so if you can get it down using the Howitzer, you're doing very, very well. I know that's how I got most of mine down, and Blind Eye means you're not detected by this Warden, and you can get the kills of it as easy as possible. Now, we'll do the last 2 challenges in the next video, which will be uploaded today as well. But I'll see all you guys in part 2 of the Howitzer Diamond Grind.